Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, these 2 division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Now this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Cameron Curl with the tackle that time. Second and 8. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
On first down, Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
He's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Escaping the pressure, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Get ready, get ready.
He's brought down at the 31 on gain of 5. First down, Philadelphia.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. They'll run. It's Sanders. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down and 8. Now a handoff coming left is Gainwell. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the counter now, it's Sanders. As Sanders has it pumped free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown.
Nice.
Miles Sanders, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now back to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old, and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's gone from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it down here to the 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They go play action with Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. And here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check 20. 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it out.
And did he get it? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop him at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on the
and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A huge play there for Washington.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got this down to the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A handoff for Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 34.
They'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
61 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Sheds off the tackle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the handoff, Gainwell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught by Watkins. And it's a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Bring it! And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Take it in at the 3.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Philly. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. He'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
Shifts past him at the 45. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Mike by 4.
On play action, they'll throw. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The Eagles on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing is Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, Gibson. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Hopkins' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
But what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. But 1st down, Hurts. his throw is going to be incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
Second and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Washington, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.